The Narcissistic Psychology. Long before the first selfie was taken, there was a myth among the ancient Greeks and Romans about a man who was a little too preoccupied with his own image. According to one account, Narcissus was a handsome young man who wandered the world in search of love. After rejecting Echo, a nymph, he caught a glimpse of himself in a river's reflection, and I was completely enamored with it. He could not get away because he could not get away. Narcissus was suffocated. The spot where he died was marked by a flower, which we call the narcissus. The myth captures the basic idea of narcissism: elevated and sometimes detrimental self-involvement. But it's not just a personality type that shows up in advice columns. It's actually a set of traits classified and studied by psychologists. The psychological definition of narcissism is an inflated, grandiose self-image. Narcissists believe they are better looking to varying degrees, smarter, and more significant than others, and that they are deserving of special consideration. As a personality trait, psychologists acknowledge two types of narcissism: narcissism that is both grandiose and vulnerable. There is also narcissistic personality disorder, which is characterized by a lack of empathy for others. A more severe version, to which we will return in a moment. The most common type of narcissism is grandiose narcissism. Extroversion is a personality trait. Dominance and a desire for attention. Grandiose narcissists are interested in gaining attention and power. Politicians, on occasion. Celebrities. Or cultural influencers. Of course, not everyone who seeks power positions is narcissistic. Many people do it for very good reasons, as if they are on the verge of realizing their full potential, or assisting in the improvement of people's lives. Individuals who are narcissistic, on the other hand, seek power because of the prestige and attention that comes with it. Vulnerable narcissists, on the other hand, can be quiet and reserved. They believe they are entitled to certain things. However, they are easily threatened or irritated. In either case, the dark side of narcissism manifests itself over time. Narcissists are known for acting selfishly. As a result, narcissistic leaders are more likely to make risky or unethical decisions. And narcissistic partners may be unfaithful or dishonest when their rosy self-perception is questioned. They may become resentful and hostile as a result of this. It is like an illness where the victims are in excellent spirits. However, those around them suffer. When taken to its logical conclusion, this behavior is classified as a mental illness. Narcissistic personality disorder is also known as narcissistic personality disorder. 1 to 2% of the population is affected. Men are more likely to be involved. It is also a diagnosis that is only given to adults. Young people, particularly children, are prone to being very self-centered. However, this could simply be a natural component of growth. The American Psychiatric Association's 5th edition of Manual of Diagnostic and Statistical Procedures highlights a number of characteristics linked to narcissistic personality disorder. A grandiose picture of oneself is one of them. Empathic difficulties. A feeling of being entitled. And a desire for attention or admiration. What distinguishes these characteristics as true personality disorders is that they take control of people's lives and cause major issues. Imagine that instead of caring for your spouse or children, you had to look after yourself. You use them as a focus or source of admiration. Consider the possibility that instead of looking for feedback about your performance that is constructive, instead, you told everyone who sought to assist you that they were mistaken. What causes narcissism, then? Twin studies reveal a significant genetic component. We do not know which genes are involved, though. However, the environment is also important. Parents who place their child on a pedestal are putting their child on a pedestal. Grandiose narcissism can be fostered. Cold, controlling parents can also contribute to the development of susceptible narcissism. Narcissism appears to be on the rise as well. Individuality and self-promotion are valued in cultures that appreciate them. For example, in the United States. Since the 1970s, narcissism has been on the rise as a personality feature. With the 1960s communal focus, the self-esteem movement arose as a result of this, as well as a surge in materialism. Recently, social media has increased the number of opportunities for self-promotion. Nonetheless, it is worth noting that there is no conclusive evidence that social media contributes to narcissism. Instead, it allows narcissists to gain social status and attention. So, can narcissists work on their undesirable characteristics? Yes. Anything that encourages people to think critically about their own actions is a good thing, as well as concern for others. Psychotherapy or exercising compassion for others, for example, can be beneficial. The problem is that it can be tricky. For narcissistic personality disorder sufferers, to continuously striving for self-improvement. From an unflattering perspective, self-reflection is difficult for a narcissist.